Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I want to talk about Bitcoin and crypto this morning, show you guys what is exactly happening right now with, of course, Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency market. There is, in fact, a fair few Bitcoin charts showing us, and there's a very, very clear signal that $100,000 is coming for Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is on the road to $100,000. We know October's coming up, November and December. And usually, right, these 3 months, October, November, and December, are in fact some very, very bullish months for Bitcoin. And I will talk more about that towards the end of the video. So let me show you guys what is happening right now with Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin right now holding at 60,700, and you guys can just clearly see, okay, just like where we saw Bitcoin last night. So if you guys haven't seen my most previous video, you should definitely check it out. But yes, Bitcoin right now holding strong, just pretty much where it was last night. Okay, so this morning Bitcoin is still not really moving. We are in fact in the 4-hour time frame. If we go to the 1-hour time frame, you guys can just clearly see we are in fact seeing a very, very strong consolidation movement right now for Bitcoin, right? It's not really moving, it's staying strong above $60,000, right? Very, very strong price sideways movements right now for Bitcoin. So we're not seeing huge movements yet for Bitcoin, but we are in fact seeing a very, very clear V-shaped recovery, right? You guys can just clearly see that. Okay, so it's still looking pretty good for Bitcoin. Who knows where Bitcoin's going to be heading short term? Maybe it's going to drop back down to the downside. Okay, if something dramatic happens, then yes, Bitcoin will obviously drop back down to the downside. But so far, it's still holding very, very strong. So we'll see, right, if it will continue this uptrend that it has in fact been forming with this V-shaped recovery, right, back up to like $70,000, or will it drop back down to the 50K level? We will see. But the crypto market today, okay, is slightly down this morning, down 1%, and the global crypto market cap still above 2 trillion, which is great to see. Past 24 hours, Bitcoin is down 2.8%, okay, pretty much 3%. Ethereum is down over 4%, and a fair few altcoins are down actually, right? You can clearly see that for the past 24 hours. We are in fact seeing a fair few altcoins down over 1%, over 2% even, right? Some down are like 4%, 5%. So a fair few altcoins are in fact having a slight drop, and it's understandable why, because for the past like few days, we have effectively seeing a fair few altcoins pumping, right, gaining back its momentum. So that's why we are in fact seeing a fair few altcoins today slightly dropping, but everything is still looking pretty good, right? Just like where we saw it last night. Now, get into these charts, starting off with this one. Bitcoin is creating a huge cup and handle pattern. $100,000 is next. Okay, and now usually when we do in fact see this cup and handle pattern, is usually very, very bullish. This is a pretty bullish pattern, right? So understand, guys, Bitcoin, okay, soon enough, okay, this uptrend that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin ever since early of 2023, January 2023, to where we are right now, this uptrend that Bitcoin has in fact been forming will pretty much continue on. Okay, once we see Bitcoin reaching back up to its previous highs of over $73,000, and it breaks that resistance line, then yes, a new high will be formed. Okay, and Bitcoin will be reaching new highs 100% very, very soon. Okay, but yes, Bitcoin breaking back into an uptrend. Okay, so we clearly saw this downtrend for Bitcoin. Okay, and then we obviously see a V-shaped recovery, and now it's obviously forming a uptrend. So will this uptrend continue? We will see. Okay, but hopefully, like, personally, guys, I really do want Bitcoin to drop further down to the downside, because I want to buy more Bitcoin, accumulate more Bitcoin at a cheaper price, right? I'm not saying that right now is not a great time to buy Bitcoin, but obviously right now is obviously the best time to accumulate into Bitcoin, because we know a bull run is coming, right? So understand, okay, if we see Bitcoin continue to rise back up to like 66k, 67, 68. Just buy, guys. Okay, don't time the market because I don't know, like we really don't know. It's really hard right now to understand where Bitcoin is going to be heading. And who knows if this is actually going to be the bottom. You know what I mean? At $49,000, Bitcoin went as low as $49,000, just below 50k, right? Because we know a bull run is coming. You know what I mean? So it's a very, very crucial time right now to figure out where Bitcoin is going to be heading, you know, in the next few months. But understand October, November, and December, those months are going to be great. But this month, August and September, I'm not expecting, you know, huge movements for Bitcoin because usually these months, August and September, are pretty bearish months, right, for Bitcoin. So that's that. We will see. Okay. But Bitcoin will break this megaphone pattern. Okay. This is bullish. We will go to $100,000. Patience is what we need. And that's very, very true. So yes, you guys can clearly see, I told you guys, okay, once we see Bitcoin breaking this resistance line, we aren't facing a very, very strong support level right now. But once we see Bitcoin breaking this resistance line, it will reach new highs. Okay, so understand, 80k is coming, $90,000 coming, and of course, $100,000 is coming, guys. Okay, Bitcoin is on the road to $100,000. But yes, this is very, very interesting. This Bitcoin Fibonacci extension has accurately found each local high of the cycle. The next 52% increase in 0.618 extension is set to push over the legendary $100,000 threshold at $109,000, close to $110,000. Okay, so assuming the 1 month behind 2023 continues over $100,000 by the end of the year, doesn't look so impossible. So, you know, once we see Bitcoin breaking, you know, back up at this resistance line, yes, and clearly see we touched this resistance line back in March 2024, and that's when, you know, Bitcoin did in fact reach a new high of, you know, over $73,000, and then it touched it back up back in May of 2024. Yes, and clearly see that. So it's touched this resistance line twice now. Okay, very, very strong resistance. Okay, and it went back down, and now it went back up. Didn't quite touch it. It's gone back down. So the next time we see Bitcoin reaching back up to its previous highs and back up at this resistance line, and once we actually see Bitcoin breaking, you know, this resistance line, then obviously it will go higher. Okay, and that's when everything's just going to go crazy, and this uptrend that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin will continue. Okay, and yes, the next target is most likely $109,000. Okay, over 100k, and it's going to be in December of 2024. So understand, guys, I've been telling you guys many times that I do see Bitcoin reaching, okay, $100,000 towards the end of this year in 2024. And it seems like I'm not the only one. Like a lot of people out there that are in fact in the Bitcoin space, in the crypto space, are in fact predicting as well that we will in fact see Bitcoin reaching $100,000 most likely towards the end of this year in 2024. So understand, looking at this chart, it's just clearly showing us that December of 2024, we will most likely see Bitcoin at $100,000 or even over $100,000. Understand, guys, Bitcoin is still on track on reaching $100,000. Okay, so Bitcoin is truly on the road right now to reaching 100k, and it's gonna easily happen, guys. Okay, and there's gonna be, you know, once we see Bitcoin at 100k, obviously there's gonna be a lot of FOMO. It's gonna melt a lot of faces, right? People will be in shock. So I really want you guys to be prepared now, okay, to buy now and prepare yourselves for the next upcoming bull run, because it's gonna get crazy. So yes, December 2024 will be absolutely amazing. But BlackRock, we know BlackRock have in fact been buying Bitcoin, okay, pretty much every single day. So it just shows us here that BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF has had just one single day of outflows since launching in January. So over $2 billion locked up. Okay, absolutely insane. So this chart just clearly shows you guys, okay, you guys can just clearly see right here, ever since The Bitcoin ETS did in fact launch, okay, in January. BlackRock, okay, the inflows have been absolutely insane. You guys can just clearly see that. And we had one single day of outflow, just one single day. You guys can just clearly see how small it is, right? This is BlackRock, guys. And every other day, we have been seeing a lot of inflows, okay, only one day of outflow. So BlackRock, okay, have been buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin. The ETF inflows have been absolutely insane. Okay, we know that for the past, ever since the ETFs were in fact launched, it's been absolutely insane, guys. And you guys can just clearly see from this chart, okay, that BlackRock, they are not stopping. They are simply buying, and they're continuing to buy more, right? A lot of these big institutions, okay, are in fact continuing to get into Bitcoin, right? Buying more Bitcoin, right? So it's just crazy to see, okay, looking at this chart, how much BlackRock have in fact been, accumulating into Bitcoin for the past few months, ever since, the ETFs were launched in January this year, right? So like 7 months back. Okay, insane, very, very bullish. But yes, Bitcoin post-halving rally incoming. I talked about this about 2 days ago. So we know a rally is coming. Okay, every single time we have the Bitcoin halving event, we'll always see a rally right after it. And of course, it doesn't happen straight away. You got to give it a few weeks time, even a few months time, and then that's when the bull run will begin, right? I talked about this a fair few times now throughout my past few videos for the past few days and weeks, but we know that, right? But understand a bull run is coming, guys, and Bitcoin is going to reach a new high, a new peak. So who knows where that's going to be? It's going to be, 100K is easily going to happen, 150, 200K, over 200K, I was going to say 500K, but like 300K, that is very, very possible. Okay, but then understand, guys, in 2026, we will in fact see a drop back down, and most likely it's going to be entering a bear market, or who knows, maybe this time around it's going to be different. Okay, maybe we don't see a huge correction, but who knows, guys, because this time around is different. A lot of money is flowing into Bitcoin. We are in fact seeing a lot of institutions buying into Bitcoin. We have the Bitcoin ETFs now. This next upcoming bull run / bull market is going to be completely different compared to all these other, bull markets that we have in fact been seeing throughout the years, right? This one that's coming up is going to be completely different. So maybe we don't even enter a big bear market, right? Maybe this time around it's going to be different. Who knows, guys? We will see. But I think we're going to see a bear market, in 2026, a small correction potentially, right? And then it's just going to continue to bounce back up, right? This time around it's going to be different, okay? But Bitcoin monthly returns, so far we are down over 6%, 6.2%. I remember seeing this like a couple of days ago, maybe like, I want to say 5 days ago, 6 days ago, ever since, Bitcoin did in fact have that drop. Okay, when Bitcoin was in fact having this drop right here, I remember seeing this, it was down like over 20% at one point, but now it's only at 6%. That's because obviously Bitcoin is slowly recovering with this V-shaped recovery pattern, right? So far it's only down 6%, which is great to see. But like I said, I'm not expecting much this month for the month of August, because usually, as I'm clearly seeing in previous years, is a pretty bearish month. Okay, usually August is a pretty bearish month for Bitcoin. Same with September, especially September. September is a terrible month for Bitcoin. So I'm not expecting anything to really happen, anything exciting to happen with Bitcoin for this month in August, and of course next month in September. But understand, October, November, and December, especially October, I'm expecting Bitcoin to perform very, very well, and of course reaching new highs in those upcoming 3 months, right? Towards the end of this year in 2024. So that's that, guys. Okay, that is that. So understand, we really have August and September to really accumulate as much Bitcoins as we possibly can, while still cheap, while still below, $100,000. Okay, so that's that. Accumulate now, guys. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. I will keep you guys updated on what's gonna happen with Bitcoin. So stay tuned for that. I will in fact be going live later on today as well. So stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about for the crypto market and of course Bitcoin itself. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have fun, guys.